I believe an effective teacher offers high-quality student instruction, designs effective standard-based learning, practices high levels of student engagement, and allows their students to express their ideas and beliefs freely and creates open, free-thinking discussion to convey ideas, treating others with respect. An effective teacher also encourages students to think from a worldview perspective and is compassionate about their students and their very important role as an educator. These are all behaviors and practices a successful teacher needs to possess to ensure the very best educational experience for their students. An effective teacher prepares lesson plans using different teaching techniques and learning styles in an attempt to accommodate all types of learners. I believe teaching is an art form and one of the most important professions someone can undertake. We are preparing our next generation who will someday run our hospitals and heal our sick, head big businesses, and hold important political offices. Effective teachers understand that students oftentimes have very diverse learning styles. Some of these learning styles are like visual learners. These are people who benefit by seeing a chalkboard, for example, or auditory learners who benefit reading aloud or listening to instruction. And then there's the kinesthetic learners who benefit best by hands-on experiences, like acting out a scene in a book. I bring my own unique teaching style and life experience into the classroom. I love thinking of new ways and ideas to better connect with my students. In the past, my students have enjoyed interactive instruction and group work. My two favorite lesson plans were the hot air balloon project and making a solar box cookie machine. For the hot air balloon project, the students worked together to create a life-sized hot air balloon out of multicolored tissue paper. We went outside and actually launched the balloon after its completion. Another favorite lesson of mine was when the class constructed a solar baking machine using a cardboard box and tin foil that lined the box. We then baked cookies using the sun's solar energy. Both projects turned out to be student favorites, and the material that accompanied the projects became useful and relevant to them. I believe a successful teacher is always looking for new ways to reach their students and frequently refines and improves upon their own skills. Working at the YMCA in San Diego was one of the best experiences I've ever had. There I met a 5-year-old girl from Vietnam named Jessica. When she came to this country, she spoke no English and was doing poorly in school, to be expected. I tutored her over the course of 7 years, and she was a delight to be around and to teach. She now speaks nearly perfect English and is on the honor roll. Although teaching at the YMCA was very challenging, I realized I wanted to become a teacher because it was the thing that came most naturally to me, and it was the thing I was most passionate about. Working at the YMCA and meeting Jessica, I realized I would have taught there for free. That's when I found my calling and discovered my purpose. Through the MAP program, I hope to learn the important tools necessary to give every student the opportunity to reach their potential, and I hope to gain a better understanding of what it takes to become the best possible educator I can be. I hope to learn from my peers and draw off their experiences. I want to study other teaching styles and methods from my instructors and peers and try to implement the techniques that best worked for them, and then add my own unique teaching style. I hope to learn from my students because I know kids teach us something new every day. I want to become a successful high school English teacher and be a mentor and role model to my students, reading, writing, and sharing new ideas with open discussion. I want to inspire students who originally thought they were poor writers and did not like to read, and I want them to begin to discover literature in new ways and sharpen their writing so they can feel proud and confident in their ability. Based on my prior experiences with teaching, I believe everything starts with a passionate, motivated teacher in the classroom. In some cases, students suffer because the teacher has lost care or concern for the classroom. Some teachers are fine with doing the bare minimum of what's expected. Oftentimes they lack knowledge in the subject area they are teaching or come unprepared. A lot of times these teachers are unmotivated and lack compassion and sensitivity. They are unresponsive to students' individual styles of learning and make no effort to supplement the course design to accommodate the different needs of their students. They talk at their students, not with their students, and do not encourage healthy debate, often stifling creativity. The worst teacher I ever had was in the 10th grade, and that was a history class. She had up to 10 transparencies that she would copy from books or other materials, and then she'd make the class copy down the information on the transparency. There was no group work, no talking, no interaction of ideas. We listened to her lecture the entire time in a monotone voice. She could have simply photocopied the material for us and handed them out instead of giving her students mindless copying information that we did the entire time. Instead, we could have interacted with the material. The class was about memorizing facts for taking the tests. She did not like change, and so she conducted her class the same way every day. Students did homework from other classes or often drew in their notebooks. The class was disconnected and uninterested in what she had to say. Students and individual groups succeed when they are motivated and know they have the capability of greatness. When a student starts receiving poor grades, not only does the student feel overwhelmed with the test score or the paper, but oftentimes they begin to become disinterested in the entire subject matter. They often feel embarrassed and start harboring bad feelings of self-doubt. Given the proper tools and instruction needed, I believe every student can succeed. Oftentimes, a little extra individual attention and time can go a long way and help build their confidence and greatly improve their classroom performance. I'd like to thank you for listening, and I look forward to our year-long endeavor with all of you. Thank you.